Welcome into this week's edition of Maverick Insider. The Minnesota State men's hockey team is ranked 16th in the national poll this week. I'm Rob Clark, joined alongside head coach Luke Strand. Coach, team with the week off this past week. How do you kind of manage that rest versus rust for this group, especially, you're on a 3-game winning streak. You've scored 14 goals over your last 3 games here.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to take a break, there's no question. But at the same time, internally, the health and the rest was mindful. I think they had a balance of we did some good organic team building things with the guys together, and then you want to keep sharpening your saw. But I thought the timing was okay. It's kind of built in your schedule. Now you get a chance to ramp things up here at the end.
During this 3-game win streak, what's really been working for this team in terms of being able to score at least 4 goals in every single game here?
Well, it's kind of a little bit the depth has showed up. I mean, I think we've had depth scoring. The number of different scorers is large. That was one side of it. I think the power play in the last game there chipped in a couple. They've been on the verge of, if they haven't scored power play goals, it's been at the waning seconds after power play, not getting the credit for them, but they've put some balance in there. And I think our group has just played hard. I think we've been stingy defensively, not giving up a lot. We just put the puck on our tape a lot more. And that possession time, you still got to attack and get inside, but it can wear a team down too.
Reed Morick looks so comfortable out there. How much has he developed over this season from the start to now?
It's fun. It's fun to see the young guys. If you go through times of the year, you're back to August, and then you're thinking Thanksgiving time and first of the year. Now, like, you couldn't, for me, you can't tell who's a freshman and who's not. And Reed's been rewarded for some work. Like, there was some time there where he didn't score, but he did the right thing, played the right way, and it's grateful for him to get on the score sheet, because that confidence that's huge for a young player.
How does this team kind of continue to build off of the momentum and really use that to kind of pole vault yourself into the postseason coming up here?
Yeah, there were some things that we had to work on and address in the down week there. We wanted to get tighter on some face-off things and some return to coverage areas of our game, but more importantly, like, just getting guys mentally like, this is worth it. And I'll tell you, you get, we were just part of like an academic conversation before. Like, you're trying to tie all the knots for these guys and make sure that we understand what's going to happen next. And if you want to play for a long time, it takes everybody. We all got to be sharp.
And not to say that the team didn't have an identity early on in the season, but does it feel like this group is kind of like, hey, this is, what we're capable of, this is what we're able to do over just, kind of seeing those results here?
Yeah, I think, it's everyone else sees the results. As a coach, even like you go back, like, I hated that we lost to St. Thomas here at home, but we played a pretty darn good game. We lost to Tech up there, but we played really good hockey. So it was good. I'd rather have that than the idea that you're winning limping. We weren't. I feel like we're going downhill at the right time right now, and making sure that momentum stays with us.
Minnesota State women's hockey head coach Sherry Dickerman out at the Winter Games right now. How cool is it to see her, and we see that picture of her and a couple of former Mavericks there with Mark Michaelis and company.
Yeah, it's her and Toombs and Michaelis it's pretty cool. They're smashing Canada right now, and that's pretty neat in itself too. Like, I'll tell you, the women's hockey, and as I got into coaching, women's hockey was starting to really pop, and you've seen these gals, and Cherry included. There were young, good players that have taken on the job of really carrying the torch for women's hockey, and it's outstanding. It's a fun game to watch them play, especially at the elite level they're playing at right now.
In U.S.-Canada, that rivalry never seems to disappoint, especially on this sort of stage.
Yeah, there's some Olympic moments in that room right now. We've got a few countries going after each other in our own room here. The U.S., Canada, Sweden, Latvia, they're all being represented in that room, and they all have a voice, let me tell you that.
And just, circling back to the series coming up this weekend against Bemidji State, how key is it, to really feed off of that energy inside the Mayo Clinic Health System Event Center in a game like this where, it's crunch time. All of these points are so important, especially in terms of that postseason seeding for the CCHA.
Yeah, it's our focus, put our head down and get our points. And the more people we have here, the tougher this place is to play in. I do think you're going to watch playoff hockey for the next 3 weeks leading into the playoffs. It will all feel playoff hockey. There's points that are very large for everybody's sake in the standings, but I think how you want to be playing at the end of the year, you want to play best hockey. And our fans, our seventh man on the ice there and sixth man on the ice, they're huge for us, and we want them out here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me, Coach.
You bet.
We'll be right back after the break. Stay with us.